Hi, I'm Chris Castile in the Washington Bureau of the Oklahoman. Freshman Oklahoma City Congressman James Lankford held his first hearing today as chairman of a House subcommittee, and one of his first witnesses was Edmond Mayor Patrice Douglas, the first mayor of the city to testify before a congressional panel. What wasn't a first was the subject matter: unfunded mandates, those laws passed by Congress that states and cities have to implement without the money to pay for them. Congress has addressed this issue many times, and even passed a law in 1995 that was aimed at reducing the number of new laws and regulations that burden state and local governments. But according to experts who testified today, very few new rules actually trigger the law, so states and cities have seen no real relief.
Well, we're here today from the mayor of Edmond, Oklahoma. I want to myself relate just a couple of anecdotes from my own state to illustrate why I've called this hearing today. For instance, the city of Bethany, Oklahoma, spent over $250,000 in 1987 to put in 2 water wells, only to be required a few years later to take them out by the EPA because of their wastewater levels. Then EPA changed its wastewater requirements in 2009, costing the city of Bethany over $9 million. The street signs in Bethany also must change to a new type of reflective material to meet the Department of Transportation regulations, costing the city who knows how much yet. The Oklahoma Department of Transportation has to jump through millions of dollars of hoops to tear down an old bridge and to put up a new bridge in the exact same spot. It has to navigate the Clean Water Act, the National Historic Preservation Act, the Endangered Species Act, the Migratory Bird Treaty Act, and many other federal laws while people drive over an old, deteriorating bridge. With apparently little check and balance, federal regulators can dramatically affect the budgets and staff structure of state and local governments. Many state and local governments face severe budgetary shortfalls that threaten their ability to perform basic services. Private businesses are struggling against numerous impediments to job creation. Quite frankly, they're all hurting. The preferences of a regulatory agency should not determine the budget or priorities of a state or local leader.
Mayor Douglas told the subcommittee that her city's limited budget must bear the cost of incident management training to get federal grants, and now will have its health care costs rise because of the health care reform law passed last year.
Well, today I got to talk a little bit about the pressures that unfunded mandates put on local governments, and as the mayor of Edmond, I see those firsthand. And some of the regulations that I'm seeing that are really eating a chunk out of our budget are training. It's called NIMS training that we have to comply with, National Incident Management Training. It's part of Homeland Security, and we have to do additional training for that. We're estimating that in the city of Edmond in the last 2 years, we spent $310,000 to do that. So that's one of the costs that we see that's unfunded, but is a mandate by the federal government. Another that we're looking at is our increased insurance costs based on health care reform and some of the mandates there. We believe that we're going to see costs increase about 15% based on some of the new requirements under health care reform. So we are seeing these mandates and these requirements and these regulations being handed to governments, to local and state governments, and the local governments are the ones who are shouldering a lot of that burden. So I was really glad to have the opportunity to talk to Congress today about that, to talk to the subcommittee.
Look for Congressman Lankford to examine ways to reduce the unfunded mandates on states and cities, and look for more on this story in newsok.com and in the Oklahoman.